60 days into Shenzhou-23, Tiangong has become a laboratory for testing the human body, the brain, unusual physics, and future manufacturing. In this video, we will examine the crew's scientific experiments, reveal how each test works, and explore why these results could improve astronaut health, spacecraft operations, advanced materials, and humanity's ability to remain productive in space for much longer. The most personal experiments aboard Tiangong are examining how extended spaceflight changes astronauts from the inside. Zhu Yangzhu, Zhang Ziyuan, and Li Jiaying are studying the gut microbiome, nutritional metabolism, brain activity, visual recognition, and precision movement. Together, these tests investigate whether people can remain healthy, focused, and dependable after living in microgravity for many months. One major study used a space-based Raman spectrometer to examine metabolic components in urine samples. Raman spectroscopy directs light toward a sample and measures the subtle changes produced when that light interacts with different molecules. Each substance creates a distinctive spectral pattern, giving scientists a chemical fingerprint that can reveal what is present. The crew used this technology to investigate the relationship between intestinal flora and nutritional metabolism. The gut contains trillions of microorganisms that help process food, support immunity, influence inflammation, and produce compounds used throughout the body. Spaceflight can disturb this balance because diet, sleep, exercise, stress, and the surrounding environment all change together. Urine offers valuable clues because it contains byproducts created during metabolism. By comparing these compounds across different stages of the mission, scientists can identify patterns linked to energy use, nutrient processing, and biological adaptation. The completed study phase does not immediately produce a final conclusion. Researchers must compare samples, timelines, individual responses, and medical measurements before confirming what the changes mean. The crew also performed force control experiments to examine fine motor performance and adaptive learning. During these tests, astronauts apply or maintain measured pressure while equipment records accuracy, steadiness, and response. This matters because movement feels different in orbit. Tools do not rest naturally. The body can drift after a small push, and familiar actions may require new strategies. Electroencephalography tests add another layer by measuring electrical activity across the brain. The crew has also completed evaluations involving brain network mapping and brain-computer interface technology. Tiangong also allows scientists to study physical processes that behave very differently when Earth's gravity is reduced. One of its facilities is the Combustion Science Experiment Cabinet, where the Shenzhou-23 crew has replaced equipment, exchanged samples, cleaned observation components, and maintained internal mechanisms to keep the research running. Combustion on Earth is strongly shaped by gravity. Hot gases become less dense and rise, while cooler gases move downward. This buoyancy-driven convection influences flame shape, heat movement, oxygen supply, and soot formation. In microgravity, that upward flow becomes weak, so flames can appear smaller, rounder, or more symmetrical as gases move mainly through diffusion. This unusual environment gives researchers an opportunity to isolate processes that are difficult to observe on the ground. The crew replaced the internal burner of a gas experiment insert, changed experimental samples, cleared the chamber, maintained an axial mechanism motor, and cleaned or replaced protective window lenses. Every task protects the quality of the science. A burner must deliver fuel consistently, a mechanical system must position equipment accurately, and clear windows are essential for cameras and sensors to capture observations. Microgravity combustion studies can improve understanding of ignition, flame stability, heat transfer, fuel behavior, soot production, and fire suppression. These findings may contribute to safer spacecraft interiors, improved detection systems, and better methods for managing smoke and heat inside enclosed orbital environments. Tiangong Science Program is also expanding. China has opened a call for proposals for the station's 2026 Scientific Research and Application Program, covering space life sciences and biotechnology, space microgravity physics, and new space technologies and applications. Altogether, The program includes 23 research directions. Some projects will examine microorganisms, cells, tissues, and more complex biological systems. Others will investigate how materials form when gravity no longer drives sedimentation and convection. Molten substances, particles, crystals, and alloys can behave differently, helping scientists study crystal growth, solidification, fluid behavior, alloy formation, and structural defects. The purpose is not simply to create unusual samples in orbit. Researchers want to understand the underlying rules well enough to improve manufacturing models, material design, and scientific processes both in space and on Earth. The third scientific theme connects human performance, station operations, and space technology. Shenzhou-23 is showing that an orbital laboratory needs more than equipment. It also requires astronauts who can operate experiments accurately, maintain systems, adapt to conditions, and protect the quality of measurements. During rendezvous and docking training, the crew completed image recognition exercises under different conditions using a metacognitive training system. These tasks examine more than whether astronauts identify an image correctly. They can also reveal how people judge their own performance, recognize uncertainty, correct mistakes, and modify their approach. Metacognition is the ability to think about how you think. In spaceflight, it helps researchers examine whether astronauts know when a decision is reliable and when additional checking may be needed. That ability becomes important during extended missions, when routine, fatigue, isolation, and changing workloads may influence attention. Rendezvous and docking provide a practical setting for this research. Spacecraft can complete many approach procedures automatically, but astronauts must still interpret information, recognize unusual conditions, and remain ready to supervise or intervene. Training therefore connects cognitive measurements with tasks that have operational value. The crew's health management program supports this work through routine medical examinations, daily cardiac function tests, regular exercise, and physiological monitoring. Has also been used during in-orbit health checks. These activities create data that can be compared with cognitive, metabolic, and motor performance results. Future Tiangong research will also explore in-orbit manufacturing and construction. Scientists want to understand how materials flow, bond, cool, harden, and maintain quality in microgravity. That knowledge could eventually support tools, replacement parts, scientific components, and structures made in space, reducing dependence on constant deliveries from Earth. Shenzhou-23's 60-day milestone is not defined by one spectacular discovery. Its importance comes from combining human biology, cognition, combustion science, material research, life support, and future manufacturing inside one working laboratory. Each experiment answers a different part of the same question. How can humans remain healthy, productive, and increasingly independent in space? As Tiangong expands across 23 research directions, the station is becoming a place where scientific ideas can move from proposal to orbital testing and eventually to practical technology. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.